Hello everyone and welcome back to Saiyan Squabbles. I am Papa Ping Pong, here to bring you yet another deck profile. So today I'm bringing you a little bit of an interesting one. Fun fact, I've actually never played this leader before, up until just recently. I've never ever built a skillless deck, up until a few weeks ago. And I've been testing it, playing it, because I wanted to do something a little more gimmicky. And I think this leader's kind of fallen out of favor. I still think it's really good, but it's definitely not a top dog like it used to be. So yeah, let's get into him. So, permanent, if there's a skillless battle card near your drop area, this guy can activate Awaken if your life is at 6 or less. Once per turn, choose one 4-star in your hand, reveal it, draw one card, then this card gets plus 5k for the duration of the turn. And his Awaken is restand one, draw one when you're at 4 or less or 6 or less. You Awaken. You choose one 4-star, reveal it, draw 2 cards, and choose one card in your hand to place in your drop area. Then, once per turn, you combo with a skillless card. That card gets plus 5k combo power for the duration of the turn. Great draw power, great cycling, which is critical to the spice of this deck. So, let's get into the first boring stuff. 4 super combos, Master Roshi, for when you're 4 or less, he draws one, and he's a plus 10k. Then we got 4 of Son Goku, The Adventure Begins. Active main once per turn, add up to one 4-star from your deck to your hand. Or deck or drop area to your hand, and then shuffle. And then once per turn for 2 energy, you play one skillless battle card with energy cost 3 or less from your drop area or deck. So, that's really important. Turn 2, we're going to be wanting to play a 30k beat stick. So, then we run 4 4-stars. There simply isn't room for any more for the deck we were trying to run. This is a great card. You search it, and I've learned you want to start with one in hand, or at least start with the Son Goku. If you don't start with the Son Goku, start with a 4-star, because this is what you're going to be drawing through your deck with. So its effect is active main. It's a plus 5k combo piece, but if it's a skillless, it gets an additional 5k combo. So this becomes a 10k combo on skillless cards. So, then next up, we got Bonds of Friendship, Android 8. 1-drop, auto, when you play him, you search the top 7 cards of your deck for a skillless. And then his other auto, if the Son Goku childhood is removed from your battle area or KO'd, you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. So really good spot removal, especially for, again, some of the spice we're running. So we run 2 Intensifying Power Trunks. He's add 1 card from left to your hand. He gets critical for the turn. You're getting a lot of hand advantage, and I figured why not use this to give your opponent less hand advantage. I would run Kaba otherwise, but it doesn't really matter for this deck. Run either or. That's just kind of my opinion. So, yeah. And we only run 2 because there's a very rare chance your opponent's not going to be awakening you. So it's always good to just run a little bit of self-awakening in the deck. So some of the spice, thanks to Mr. Grizzly Man to giving me this idea. 2 Feisty Chi-Chi, barrier, 1 cost. When you play this card, or when you combo this card from the battle area, choose up to 1 red Son Goku with energy cost of 1 from your deck, play it, then shuffle your deck. If your opponent played it, or if you played a card with the skill, draw 1 card. So basically you're cycling through 2 cards with just this, you're drawing 1 and playing a card from your deck, and you're wanting to thin out your deck to draw very specific pieces for our strategy we're trying to pull off with this deck. And the target is just 2 skillless Son Gokus. I did have this at 3, but I ended up dropping it to 2 for some more critical pieces. Bad goes to worse, you combo with this for an awakening piece. But this is also really nice because if this leaves the battle area, Android 8 KOs something. So, now the rest of our skillless package, we got 3 Yamchas, just 20k. I would run only 30k beaters, but just in case you have an extra 2 energy and you want to play something if you don't have a 1-drop on board, you got Yamcha in your hand. So we run 4 Grandpa Gohans, just 30k beaters. You know how that is. So, 4 of them. Then we run 2 Super Zarbons, another 30k beater. So this is critical to have these because of our next card. This is where the deck gets spicy. We run 4 Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku Heartfelt Plea. So with Goku, we want to, the 1-drop, we want to get one of these out, turn 2. Swing, hopefully you can awaken. You should be able to awaken. You trigger awaken. You place a red battle card of 25k or more power from your battle area to your drop area. You play this card from your hand if there's not another heartfelt plea. And then it's triple strike with offering. So your opponent crits a life or you draw 2. So that's a crazy momentum swing on turn 2. Your opponent can't really do much to react to it. But so we run 4 of these. The only reason we run 4 is because it's very hard to not see this, but when you don't, it hurts. Especially for what we're trying to pull off with this deck. You basically need to get this out as soon as possible. So, yeah. Next up, we got 3 Victorious Fists, Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. He's X-Evolve 1 for, you place 1 card in your hand into the drop area, and you place this on a Son Goku GT with energy cost of 5 or more. Basically, Heartfelt Plea. And he's Double Strike, and when this card attacks, this is once per turn, when this card attacks, he restands, he gets plus 5k for the duration of the turn. So he becomes basically a 30k dual attack Double Strike. Then what we play off of that is we got 3 Triple Flashes. For 1 energy, you play it on Son Goku with energy cost of 5 or more. Even if you don't have Victorious Fist, you can still play this off of Heartfelt Plea. So he's Deflect, Triple Strike, and when you X-Evolve, you draw 2 cards. The permanent doesn't matter because we don't have a red leader, but he's a 30k Triple Strike and you draw 2. So that on top of the offering, you're drawing, if your opponent doesn't crit a life, you're drawing 4 cards. And it's a Triple Strike, so. Then we run the Secret Rare. So he's X-Evolve for 1, and you place 2 cards from your hand in the drop area. You probably want to place your 4 stars just because you can recover them. So when this card attacks, it gets plus 5k power for the duration of the turn. And if there is, and this card's at 60k or more power, you deal 1 damage to your opponent. Active main, place 2 red cards from your hand in the drop area, you switch this card to active mode. So if you play this with Victorious Fist, he's swinging at 50k. And then because on the swing he gets plus 5k, and you probably swung once with Victorious Fist. So he's swinging, and this deck draws so much, and we have so many red cards, it's going to be super easy to get his active main off. So you can be inflicting 3 to 4 damage onto your opponent. And you could be doing, and you do this turn 3. And then if your opponent still isn't dead, and you don't think you're going to kill him, you restand and you evolve into Triple Flash off of him. And you just draw 2 more cards, go for a Triple Strike. So then we got 3 Power Bursts. I had this at 4, but 3's been working out just fine. You're Sparking Negate, and you add 1 black battle card with energy cost of 1 from your drop area or warp to your hand. Then for our other negate, we got 3 Topo Righteous Aid, which is a great card if your opponent's too aggressive or you're not seeing your stuff the way you want to. This stops turns. So there's a counterattack. You choose 1 card in your hand, place it in the drop area, and during your opponent's turn, this becomes a 2 cost. And we play this card for the duration of the turn. Your opponent can't attack cards unless they, or can't declare an attack unless they choose 2 cards in their hand and place them in their drop area. This is really good. You can just toss a 4-star if you really want to and just recover it the next turn. And this is also some more fuel for your big secret rare. That's why mostly we don't run 4 power bursts, is so we can fit 3 of these in here. And last, but definitely not least, 2 Hidden Power E Supreme Kai, just to get that double strike, especially with the secret rare. Because the secret rare is single strike, he's not really that strong on his own unless he gets all of his swings in. And then double strike can basically give you game. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck profile. I'm going to be bringing this to a tournament here soon. I've mostly been playing this with friends, and it's been having really good luck. There's only been 1 game where I've really bricked, and luckily my opponent bricked as well. So that was good for me. And yeah, this is my first skillless deck, red skillless, and / heartfelt plea, triple flash, etc., etc. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys all have a great rest of your crap.